Good morning! Welcome back to a new vlog. I know you guys just saw a video last week, but in current time, for me, it has been almost 3 weeks since I vlogged. Crazy. I took a little bit of a break because I had a bunch of things like all back to back. My friend Julia that I used to do our podcast with got married. So I went up to upstate New York where she lives for her wedding. And it was so good to see her. I don't get to see her that often because now, we live in completely different parts of the country. And some of our other mutual friends that I have not seen in literal years. So fun. And then my friend Mandy, our birthdays are a few days apart. So we just celebrated both of our birthdays for an entire week straight. She got a beach house down here where we live. We had so much fun. And then I took an entire week off, which was so nice to just have time to relax, but also like just get caught up on life outside of work, cleaning and just getting things done around the house. And like certain tasks that you just put off because you just don't really have the time throughout the week or the energy for it. And then my actual birthday was this past Sunday, not yesterday when you're watching this video, the Sunday, June 7th. Was my birthday. So we had a fun weekend celebrating that as well. Went out downtown the one night and then had a beach day. It was nice to just kind of have the time to myself and just live in the moment and not worry about vlogging and getting a bunch of content and stuff. Actually, it's funny. My friend Mandy, who, we were celebrating our birthdays together, she posts a lot on TikTok and Instagram. And the weekend we were going to the beach house, she had all of these TikTok audios saved and all these ideas of content she wanted to get throughout the weekend. Didn't get any of it. And I was like, honestly, people that get a whole lot of content, like if you see them go on a trip or something and they are getting a whole bunch of TikToks and beautiful photos and all that, like all the content, it's so hard to get that stuff and to like have everything look so aesthetic. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not convinced that you can actually truly be enjoying yourself and really be having a good time and also be capturing all of it for content. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. We were just enjoying ourselves, living in the moment. But I am glad to be back now. I am going to the salon today, actually. It's gonna be my first day back to work in like a week and a half. And I also am just excited to get back into my routine as far as like eating healthy and working out, because all of that really fell to the wayside these last few weeks. And I have been drinking so much alcohol and just really eating whatever the hell I want and like just, foods that I normally wouldn't eat on a regular basis, I have been eating on a regular basis. And I can definitely see the consequences of that. I'm just feeling really heavy and bloated and puffy, just not my best. So while I did have so much fun, and summer, of course, is just getting started, practically every weekend, actually, for the next like 2 months, I have stuff going on. So that's really exciting. And summertime for me, like, is all about just living life and enjoying, not worrying about like sticking to a diet and stuff like that. I feel like the past year I've kind of gotten in this groove where I like really dial in like the fall and winter time. And I've been like actively working on my fitness and losing weight during those times of the year. But then come summertime, I just kind of like maintain. And I'm still trying to be balanced and still stay active and exercise so that I'm not like completely reversing my progress throughout the summer. But I also don't want to be super restrictive, and I want to be able to like go out and eat and have drinks on the weekends and like just, live life, enjoy, and not feel guilty about it. So I'm still gonna do that, but these last few weeks, it was like literally even during the weekdays, I was just completely off of my normal routine. And so it was just too much. There wasn't any balance happening, okay? So I want to reel it back in this week so I can kind of like get back to how I was feeling before the wedding and all the birthday craziness. Actually, let me get dressed really quick. Okay, just put on a little workout set because I am going to Pilates first this morning, and then I'm going to go to the salon, and I just have 2 returning clients. Oh, but I wanted to share, I got a new scent from Dossier recently. This is all I've been wearing on a daily basis, and I get so many compliments on it for men and women. And thank you to Dossier for sponsoring this portion of the video. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've talked about Dossier for years. They make replicas of brand name designer fragrances at a fraction of the cost. They also have some of their own Dossier originals now, which is really cool. But I think what they do is absolutely genius, because a fragrance that you would normally pay like $200 or $300 for, you can get from Dossier. It's the exact same fragrance in just simpler packaging, and you're paying like 70 to 90% less in most cases. So I always say, if there is a certain perfume that you are interested in trying or that you know you already love, see if Dossier has a replica of it, because like, why are you gonna pay more money for the exact same thing? So this one that I've been wearing is the Woody Vanilla, which is inspired by Kayali's Vanilla 28. It is such a warm, sweet scent. And like, vanillas to me can sometimes be a little bit too sweet and like cake-like, and I don't know, those kinds of scents honestly make me a little bit sick. Like, they're just too much sometimes. But this is like a grown-up, mature vanilla. It is warm, it's sexy, it's sweet, but not in like a really like vanilla frosting kind of way, you know what I mean? And how cute is their new packaging? They also have scents for all genders, so with Father's Day coming up this month, a cologne from Dossier could make a good gift, or, you know, it's also just a great gift to give to yourself. So I will have a link to Dossier's website in the description. Make sure to go check it out, and thank you so much, Dossier, for working with me again. Let me see.
I don't.
So long.
It is. It grew so quick.
Okay.
Pretty. I know, it's so different when you see in person.
I know, it really is. Hello. It's many hours later. Sorry I didn't really vlog while I was at the salon. Today was just one of those days. I mean, it wasn't a super long day, but it was just kind of like back to back. I didn't really have any downtime at any point, and then I just rushed home, heated up some chicken soup that I had made yesterday for dinner, and hopped in the shower because my hair was feeling so oily and gross, and I'm really in the mood to give myself a blowout. I mean, I'm not in the mood to actually do the blowout itself, but I want to have my hair blown out, and I want to sleep with it in like the blowout rods. And I'm going to use the K18 Astro Lift Reparative Volume Spray. I've only used this once, and I honestly don't really remember what the results were like. So you just spray this at the root. Ooh, it does smell really good. freaking shiny. So now I'm going to set these in my blowout rods, which I have not done in a hot freaking minute, so hopefully I remember how to do this. I just have 2 of them, so I am just splitting my hair into 2 sections, and I'm gonna put the rod underneath. Ooh, also, last time I did this, my hair was a few inches shorter, so hopefully, I think these are like the medium length rods, hopefully they still work. Okay, so I'm gonna like pull down to the tips and then just roll. Oh, that feels too tight. But I hope this makes you feel a little bit better if you are not a beauty professional and struggle with things like this sometimes. You know, watching me, you know that even those of us who do this kind of stuff for a living still struggle at times. Still kind of feels like it's pulling in some spots, but it's a little bit better than it was. And then this, pull all forward. Is this right? Yeah, I think this is the right direction. Okay. Definitely not perfect, but hopefully it will do the trick. Basically, I just want to wake up in the morning and have volume and have the ends of my hair be like swoopy. So it just looks like a nice fresh blowout. I am gonna go watch the new episode of Love Island now. Let me know if you're also watching it. What do you think of this season? I am into it, definitely. Like, I've been watching all the new episodes every night and I'm all caught up. And I feel like every season it's always the same thing. Like when they first show the cast, I'm like, I don't know how I feel. Like there isn't really anyone that's like standing out to me right off the bat. But then like obviously as the season goes on, you get to see people's personalities more and like more drama happens and you end up getting your favorites. And I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely like I'm getting invested. And there's certain couples that I'm rooting for. And fun fact, Love Island is my favorite reality show. And years ago, like now I feel like ever since Peacock bought it out, it's just changed. And like I love Ariana Madix, but I don't know, like ever since she took over as the host, it's just not the same. So I don't think I would want to be on it anymore because now like that intro that they do with the lip syncing, I would rather die than have to do that. Like it is some weird Disney Channel, like corny, oh my God, awful. So awful. I don't know why they do it, but like the early seasons, I wanted to be on that show so badly and I regret not applying. I think I definitely let the fact that like you have to be in a bikini 24/7 hold me back. But I saw an Instagram reel this morning and someone was talking about how this season they've noticed that everyone looks more normal. Like in some of the more recent seasons, everyone had a crap ton of filler, Botox, everybody had fake boobs, BBLs, liposuction, all the things, and everyone just looked like very similar and just really unnatural. But this season, everyone's like more normal and natural looking. Like there's actually some girls with a little bit of cellulite and like a little bit of like some thickness on their bones. And it's like, oh, okay. And like just normal, natural looking faces that aren't overly filled. And that's kind of nice. And I'm not getting like the influencer vibes from this season like the last few seasons, where it was like, oh, everybody on the show is an influencer already and already has like a big following and clearly is just on the show to like for their career. These people feel a little bit more normal. So yeah, that's kind of refreshing. So I am enjoying this season. And I just, like I said, it's my favorite show. I love it. And there's just something about like June, you know, it being my birthday month, it's Pride Month, it's Love Island month. You get a new episode of Love Island every night. It's just like so good. And like the kickoff to summer, you know, like just this time of year is peak. Anyway, I will see you in the morning when it's time to take these out, and we'll see how my hair turns out. Wish me luck. Oh, good morning. I'm gonna take these rods out because they're not terribly uncomfortable, but they are kind of pulling on my hair a little bit. Oh, cute. Okay. Oh, yeah. So good. Look at this volume. And that spray, that K18 spray, I can tell definitely helped because my roots just feel like more lifted, and it feels like there's just like a little bit more texture. Is that the right word I'm looking for? To them, but it doesn't necessarily feel like there's a bunch of product in my hair. Like it just feels really clean and soft, but like voluminous. So pretty. Let's go make coffee now. Have my Nespresso coffee. I normally just add regular half and half, but recently when I was at my best friend's house, she had this, the Starbucks brown sugar sweet cream. It's so good. It's very, very sweet. So I just put a little tiny splash with the plain half and half to balance it out. But yeah, it tastes exactly like the brown sugar from Starbucks. Gotta try it. Highly recommend. Cheers. I forgot I had to stop at Salon Centric on my way to work this morning because I'm running low on color. So I restocked on a bunch of color that I'm gonna need over the next like week or so, but they also had pretty much everything on sale. So I want to show you like the actual hair like styling products that I got because I'm excited. I'm trying some new things. So they had my favorite. This is Holy Grail. Like there are some hair products that I'm like, yeah, it's really good, but is it life-changing? There's probably another brand that makes a product that's similar that works just as well. This, I'm telling you, there is nothing like it. And I don't know why I don't have a bottle for myself to ever use at home on my own hair, but I use this on pretty much every single client. The Kenra Volume Mousse. It gives so much volume, and I've turned so many clients on. Like, I use it, and they're like, what is that? My hair has never had so much volume before. And then they get it for themselves and they're like, yeah, this is amazing and life-changing and I love it. And in my salon suite, I'm always kind of rotating brands, trying different products. But this is like one of my staple holy grails that I always keep in stock, and they were 50% off. So I got 2 bottles of that. This I got for myself, the Color Wow Cult Favorite Firm and Flexible Hairspray. I have not tried this before, but this also was, I want to say 50% off, like heavily discounted. I think it was like $8 for this giant bottle. And I ran out of hairspray at home, so I was thinking this would be really good for when I do slick backs. And I also, speaking of slick backs, I gotta turn this car on, it's hot. I got this Kenra Style Control stick. It's like, you know, just a hair wax stick. So again, when I'm doing a slick back, I figured this is like so much easier to apply than an actual like wax that you have to get on your fingers. It's just like so messy. So I'm really excited to try that out. So these are going to be my 2 products for slick back styles. I am running low on shampoo and conditioner at the salon. That's another thing that like I'm always kind of rotating and changing up. And this one was on sale, the Kenra Platinum Luxe Shine Shampoo and Conditioner. I decided to just get the small size bottle so I could try it out before I commit to like a giant liter. This was also 50% off, the Color Wow Pop and Lock High Gloss Finish. This stuff is so good, and it's like multi-use. So you can use this, just a little bit of it, to control your flyaways and get your hair looking like really smooth and shiny and glossy, or you can really load it up and use a lot of it to do like that wet hair look without leaving your hair super crunchy. Like you can then brush through it the next day. It's just like a really cool product. It's just very interesting. I don't know anything else that I've tried that I could compare it to. So I like to use this on my hair at home, and I figured, you know what, why not take advantage of the sale and get another bottle of it? Because I know this is something that I'm going to want to repurchase once I am out of it. And then I like to keep a body spray in my car if I am like coming back from the gym or something like that, just like as a quick little refresh. So this was another thing that was on sale, the Verb Amber and Jasmine Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. So that's also cool. So if like your hair is a little dirty and you just need a little refresh, yeah, it smells really good. It's like just a clean, warm kind of scent. That's my little haul. I am gonna head to the salon now, do my 2 clients. I'll see you when I get home. The colors.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. Gorgeous. Good morning. My hair is feeling quite dirty, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do a slick back and try out some of the new products that I got from Salon Centric the other day. But yeah, I feel like this vlog has been all over the place, and I apologize for that. There's just like a lot of my weeks that I just need to keep off camera because I'm not spending the time alone, if you know what I'm saying. If you guys remember months ago, I had shared when I was like going on my first date post breakup, and it was sort of like I wasn't necessarily looking to date anyone. It just kind of happened. I like downloaded Hinge one weekend out of boredom and was just kind of trolling, and then ended up actually like really having good conversation with someone. Was like, okay, I may as well like meet this person. And it just like immediately felt comfortable. I was like resistant for a while and really just kind of like not wanting to go there because I just was I just had no interest in being in a relationship again, like at all, ever. I was perfectly content just being by myself in my house, doing life solo. But I've been seeing the same person for almost 4 months now, which is so crazy that it's been that long. And I don't know, it's just like all of the things that I have been told about, you know, what a healthy romantic partnership is supposed to be. It literally is that. I don't know, I just didn't think that this type of person existed, or that this kind of like just really healthy, happy, natural, nice dynamic would be possible for me. And it's so interesting because I've been learning so much about myself throughout this process too, and picking up on like toxic habits that I've had in the past that I need to break free from, because obviously like it takes two to tango, and a relationship can become bad and toxic and you can become unhappy, but like both people are kind of contributing to that, and recognizing like, what do I do that isn't good? And I think just like the fact that he's just such a nice person too, like, I don't know, it just brings out the best version of me, truly. Like, I've never felt so nice and like just happy and feminine. But yeah, we spend a decent amount of time together throughout the week. I feel like we're, you know, moving at just like a very healthy pace that feels natural. We kind of check in with each other as far as like what we want, how we're feeling. So everything feels good. Nothing feels like rushed or forced, but we have met each other's families. He's met almost all of my friends at this point. Literally everyone, all of my people that have met him love him. All of his people that have met me love me, and I love them. And it's just been like so great. I don't know. We went on a 14-hour road trip together. We have a bunch of other trips coming up throughout the rest of summer. So just, you know, feeling things out. But I feel like road trips especially can be really stressful. And just going on vacations in general, I think, is always like kind of a good test to see how you know, get along with a person and how you guys vibe together. Because both of the serious relationships that I was in the past, we always, even in like the beginning, in the early stages, there would be problems when we would go on vacation. And like anything that was even semi-stressful would create some kind of tension or fight. But everything has been really good. I feel like we have really good communication. And I go back and forth, like, part of me, because I'm so happy, and I know that a lot of you guys have been following me for a while and you've been through all of it with me, like past relationships and all the ups and downs. I want to like scream from the rooftop how good life is and how happy I am, and I want to like share every cute picture and all of the like fun things that we do together. But then there's also a big part of me that's like, no, it's so sacred to me, and I really just want to keep it private and to ourselves. So I guess this is me sharing a little bit. And if you follow my personal Instagram page, it's just at sam_vay. I've posted a little bit. Nothing super obvious, but like he's definitely been in some of my posts and has been like in some stories and stuff, like as, you know, we're just out and about with other people doing group activities and whatnot. The little bits that I do share will most likely just be on Instagram. So if you want to be nosy, make sure you're following me there. And my mom, like, you know, was telling me her opinion after meeting him. And obviously, like, I've been filling her in from the very beginning, and so she already, like, knew a bunch of stuff about him and, like, things that he's done for me and stuff. So that kind of, like, created an idea. But after meeting him, she said that she forgot that that was like the first time that they were ever meeting and having a conversation, because he just feels so genuine and it felt like she's known him forever. And that's how I feel too. So, and I feel like that just like sums it up so perfectly. That tells you everything you need to know. You know, I would hear all the time, this is what a healthy relationship looks like. This is what a real man in a relationship should do for you. And that, you know, these are the things, this is how you should be treated as a woman by your partner. And that's all good and great. But when you've never experienced that for yourself, and you've also never had a healthy example to look at from like your immediate family members, you kind of just feel like, oh, those people are just like really lucky. Or maybe they're like lying to themselves a little bit. Or, you know, maybe there are good times, but it's not always good. Or there's like still, I don't know. I just really gave up hope and just didn't think that was possible for me. And it created a lot of like self-doubt too, because I got to a point really where I just felt like, is it me? Like, am I just unlovable? Am I too much? Am I too aggressive? I'm realizing now, like, no, not at all. I'm not. It's just that I was not with the right people. I wasn't picking the right people. And I think part of it too, I'm sure, is also just like age and maturity. Like, I'm at a place now where I'm so secure with myself and my life and who I am, and I don't need someone to like make me happy or fulfill me. And I'm sure that's like plays a huge role. And I keep thinking too, like, had we met even just like a couple years ago, I don't know that like it would have worked out, or the connection would have, like, it just like the timing really is everything. And obviously, like, I know it's still very early and it's all like rainbows and butterflies and all that. And obviously, like, there's going to be disagreements and things like that and hardships and all the things. But just comparing how things were in previous relationships, like even this early on, there were red flags. There were fights. There were things that just didn't feel good. There were tears. There were, you know, and this just is so, so different. And like, there have been times where there's been like disagreements, or like I've had like a slip up where I'm like, okay, I'm working on not repeating, like I said, repeating bad toxic stuff. And I've had like slip ups and acted a certain way that like didn't really make him feel very good. But instead of reacting to that and then it causing like a problem, or us getting into a fight over it, and like there's been moments where I think back and I'm like, oh my God, if this same exact situation had happened with a previous partner, it would have been a huge fight. I would have gotten the silent treatment for the rest of the weekend. With him, like, we just have a conversation and then it's like, oh, okay, heard, understood, apologize, move on. It's just so grown up and like healthy. And it's really making me reflect back. And it's like, there's so many things that like I knew at the time, and obviously even after, I should not have tolerated things that I did. But now getting like the treatment on like the polar opposite end of the spectrum, I'm like, if I had known that like this actually existed and this was actually like possible for me, and that there was someone out there that would treat me the way I deserve to be treated, oh my God, I would have never stayed in either of my past relationships as long as I did. And I have no regrets, because like I said, I really believe timing is everything, and I needed to go through everything I went through to get to where I'm at now, and to become this version of myself that's like mentally healthy and mature enough to be one half of like, you know, a healthy, mature partnership. But also it's like, whoa, it's really mind-blowing. But I'm sharing all of that because if anyone of you watching this have the same mentality that I had, and you're just like feeling badly about yourself and having those thoughts of like, am I just unlovable? Is there something like wrong with me? Am I just not meant to ever have that like loving partnership? It like makes me really sad knowing that I thought that about myself, but it's not true. And absolutely, like, everyone should take accountability for their own actions and behaviors. So you do need to continue doing the self-work, but we're all deserving of respect and love and partnership and companionship and affection. You just have to trust the timing. And it's so true what they say. And I know it's exhausting to hear, and it's like, okay, well, like, how do I get there? It's like, truly, when you're not looking for it and you don't really want it is when it happens. It's so true. It's crazy. I used to think that was all bullshit. Like, I really did. In the past, if I would go on a date with someone and meet someone, and if I was like attracted to them or found them interesting in any way, even if like there were a million red flags, and I really, when I would sit and think about it, it's like, do I even really like this person that much? Are they really that interesting? No, but I just wanted to be with someone, and I just craved like the affection. And so I would like then just fantasize about, you know, what life could be like in a relationship with them. And that's how you end up with like the wrong person. But in this situation, it was so like, I just was not there mentally, so I wasn't doing that. And instead it was kind of the opposite. I was sort of like, let me look for every possible red flag I can. And there weren't any. And we'll see. We'll see how things go. Like, you know, I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm marrying this person, but I am really happy right now. And we're having a really good summer. Benny loves this man. He loves him. I'm just happy, and I'm just really trying to enjoy this time in my life right now. Like, 2026 has really just been my year, truly. Anyway, so yeah, the hair, it could be better. I feel like the left side is definitely a little bit flatter and more sleek than the right side. You know, if I was like actually going to an important event of some kind, I would redo it, but I'm just going to work, so I don't really care. It's good enough. This stuff is pretty nice. The hold is not strong at all, but I think it is kind of nice to like control the little baby hairs around the hairline and like little flyaways, and it's just so easy to use. I do like that you can just rub it on and you don't have to get your hands all sticky and dirty. Because what I was using before, and I'll continue to use this, is the Kenra Platinum Working Wax. So same brand, but this stuff, it works so well and it smells so good. It's like strawberries, but you have to dig your fingers in there and it's just messy. So this is definitely easier to work with. Now let's hairspray it with the Color Wow Cult Favorite. Honestly, I was expecting this to feel, but no, I guess not. It says firm and flexible. So that's kind of good. I feel like it's a little sticky, but not too much. So I think this would be good if I'm even just like wearing my hair down in curls and I just want to set them with this. Like, you could spray it and then still run your fingers through it and kind of brush it out. It doesn't feel like rock hard and crunchy, but it does the job of just like securing the style a little bit more. So yeah, both of those products are good. And I'll link this brush that I was using down below. I just got it from Amazon, but these bristles are so good for grabbing the hairs really tight. So I always use this when I do any kind of slick back style. Let me put a little something on my face. This is the Pixie Radiance Perfector. I've really been liking that. And then I'm gonna mix it with the Ilia Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen. And I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of this Tower 28 concealer. This one is in like my darker summer shade. So this is perfect on the days when I don't want to actually like wear makeup, but I just kind of want to cover my under eyes a little bit without making them like super bright and obvious that I have makeup on, because it kind of just like matches my skin tone. And I'm just going to do a little bit of brow gel to keep the brows up, and the tiniest bit of fiber mascara just kind of on the tips, because I don't even want it to look like I have mascara on. I just want you to be able to see my lashes better. Oh, and then another little product recommendation, the Saltaire Sunscreen Body Oil. This stuff makes your skin, oh my god, look amazing. And it's perfect because it's sunscreen, so you're protecting your skin, but also the glow that it adds. And it has like shimmer in it, so it's glowy, but it just also like, it looks like you have a filter on your skin. There's nothing better than tan, glowy skin and just like light, fresh face, hot summer day. I love this time of year so much. And then, can't forget my perfume, obviously. I'm bringing Benny with me to work, and then we're gonna go straight over to my man's house because he lives at the beach. And we're just gonna have a nice night. That's what I did yesterday. I went over there, and after work, we took a long walk on the beach and watched the sunset. It was so nice. So I'm excited to do that again tonight. I'm really just trying to take advantage of being outside as much as possible this summer, because especially last summer, I was just working so much, and also I was just like, you know, depressed and not in a good relationship situation. So I didn't really do much. I did not have an enjoyable summer last year, so I'm making up for it this year. And as a result, I have not been online as much, so I apologize for that, but I'm just trying to live my best life. So I hope you guys are doing the same. And yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me and following along. I'm gonna have more house stuff for you guys though, because my parents are coming to visit me in a couple weeks, and we are gonna finally get the backyard completely finished. And I'm really excited for all of that. So I will definitely be vlogging that. So I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you soon. Bye.